buttons and markers. And did you know for every single dollar that you sell, you will earn 1 incentive point towards the trip? Yes, indeed you will. Let me give you some good examples too of ways to get some great sales. Workshops, which we all know about, but product-based classes are also an awesome way to help generate more sales. Okay, now I want to move on to recruiting. Okay, now I'm going to prompt you when you need to participate, so pay attention, okay? All right. I would like you to meet Wilma. Now, I know she's tiny, and I don't know if we can zoom in on her, but I promise you she's here. Wilma happens to be the lunchroom lady at your daughter's school. When she's not busy policing kids through the lunch line or preparing their meals, you heard that Wilma likes to craft. So you hunt her down, give her a catalog, and you invite her over to stamp with you. And before you know it, Wilma decides she wants to sign up and she buys the starter kit. So guess what? We're adding her to your bucket. This is where you help me. You have to say kerplunk when I add to the bucket. Okay, ready? Kerplunk. Okay, you can do better than that. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to give you a second chance. I would like you to meet Betty. Betty is the mom to your son's friend, and you've gotten to know her at the soccer field during practices. She's seen you paging through the catalog, and she finally asks you what's going on, what all that is about. Well, you show her the brightly colored pages and the color-coordinated products, and you invite her to a class. She's been coming to classes now for a few months, and she is loving it. And you tell her about the starter kit, and she decides that the demonstrator benefits are for her. So guess what happens? What do you say?
Kerplunk!
So much better. Okay, I knew there was hope for you. But I want you to meet Fred. Fred is your husband's boss at the quarry. I get an A for creativity, right? Your husband has noticed that Fred has been very stressed out since his promotion, so he asks you if he can invite Fred over to have dinner. Of course, you say yes, and during dinner, Fred asks you what you like to do in your free time. You know you can't help yourself. You got to go break out your cards and your scrapbook pages, and you show him. Fred confesses he was an art major in college, has no idea how he ended up in the quarry business, and he misses his creative side. So he offers to do a workshop for you. He invites friends and neighbors and even coworkers, and you have a rip-roaring time. There's laughs and creativity all night. And Fred decides that he wants everything in the catalog, so there's no better way to do it than what? Buy the starter kit. So what's going to happen? We're going to add Fred to your bucket.
Kerplunk!
You guys are great. But you know what? You end up meeting other people, like Barney, Pebbles, and Bam Bam. You meet them in all different ways, but they decide they want to join too for all different reasons. So they're going in your bucket.
Kerplunk!
I'm so proud, I'm so proud, I'm so proud. Okay, well here comes the fun parts. Because now you've got a downline. What you're going to do is you're going to hold monthly get-togethers where you're going to stamp together, you're going to inspire each other, you're going to get to know each other. And pretty soon your downline become your friends. Now I want to share a personal story with you about the impact of your Stampin' Up! Relationship. 3 years ago, I became very ill. I had to have 3 surgeries in 18 months, with 4 hospitalizations, 2 of which were lengthy. I can't even tell you how stressed I was. I knew I was not going to stay active. There was no way. And I also knew that an incentive trip was probably never going to happen. But do you know what happened? My Wilma, my Betty, and my Fred, and the others, they rallied around me and they helped me. And I want you to know that 16 months after my last surgery, I earned the getaway trip. But I didn't do that alone. I had lots of help. But that was the first year that Stampin' Up! Added the getaway trip as part of the career plan with the Grand Vacation. Can I just tell you how happy I was when they made that change? Because Bob and I had an amazing time in Hilton Head. Okay, so now we've talked about sales, and we've talked about recruiting, but now we're going to talk about promotions. I've got something for that too. These little cute crowns. Now I know if you can't see them in the back, trust me, they're crowns. These are going to represent promotions. Before you know it, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and the others are going to be starting to generate their own sales. They're going to meet people, they're going to place their own orders. And with your mentoring, it won't be long before they promote to senior associates. So by a show of hands, how many of you in the room are senior associates? Wow, look at how many of you are. Now keep your hand up and you got to like this, pat yourself on the back for that awesome promotion. Good job. Did you know that senior associate promotions are worth 1,500 points each towards the incentive trip? So you know what? I'm an optimistic person, and I know how much they're going to love Stampin' Up, so I've got 3 crowns that I'm adding to the bucket. Oh, you guys are good. But guess what? It doesn't stop there. Because they are going to meet people, and along the way, they're going to actually find people who want to join the team as well, who want the Stampin' Up opportunity. So supervisor promotions are next, and supervisor promotions are worth 2,500 points towards the incentive trip. So we're going to add a couple more of those because I'm really optimistic. So what are you going to say?
Good luck.
Very good. Before you know it, you have a team as big as Bedrock. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. There's some things I would like you to remember. Okay, number 1, I want you to set a goal to try to obtain as many points as possible this year. Number 2, I would like you to find an accountability partner. I have 2, they're both demonstrators, but you can choose a friend or a family member. And what you're looking for is someone who's going to mentor you, encourage you, brainstorm with you. And finally, don't forget how to fill your bucket. If you concentrate on sales and building your Bedrock team and the promotions, you'll be going on your free vacation soon. Thanks everyone, I'll see you on the next trip.